day. Hello, water signs. Here we are. Final chapter. If you've been with me for the first two, thank you so much for sticking. I am personally a Scorpio rising with all kinds of Gemini surrounding it. So my water ends up being quite the contender, being a rising sign. So it definitely has a lot of influence. So I'm always interested in the air and the water. I do have some contending earth otherwise, but really the air and water always my personal interest. Although I don't have favoritism. Crow, big old crow just came by the window. If that's pertinent to anyone. Got that crow vibration. Water signs, of course. Okay. Ooh, first out of the deck, Hierophant. Haven't seen him in a while. He's been a stranger. It represents contracts, sometimes marriages, but ceremony as well. Eight of Pentacles second, so that's like a hard work, cultivation, education perhaps, working on talent. So you guys get some type of spiritual commitment that's coming through to you that you are being encouraged perhaps to cultivate. Huh? Let's see what else we got. What else we got for water? Six of Pentacles. Okay, so Eight of Pentacles to Six. We got balance. Trying to find a greater sense of balance. Ooh, Lovers come swooping. Okay. Two more for the water, please. Gemini is the Lovers. Let's see, two at the same time. Okay, Page of Wands and High Priestess. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna get some clarifying on our Hierophant here, because yeah, we're starting. Okay, so here's what is so freaking dynamic. I love this. Just to start off with, beginning with the Hierophant, which is the masculine divine aspects. Okay, divine. Like I said about the feminine, who ends this little setup with the High Priestess. Okay, they're counterparts. So we're talking about a spiritual commitment. It really, with the Lovers, it looks like we're talking about divine counterparts here. The universe wants to talk to you about some type of very spiritual relationship and the cultivation of it, okay? Because the Eight of Pentacles is really talking about higher learning, education, institutions perhaps, but also the cultivation of like creativity, of art, of spiritual, perspectives perhaps, because next to that Hierophant, it's talking spiritual, okay? So the developmental aspects of your spirituality are coming into play and asking for balance in your life, right? With the Six of Pentacles next to it. So, that spiritual presence and the cultivation of that is finding its way into bringing a sense of balance into your life. And the Lovers also talks about that. It's Gemini energy, like I said, when it fell. But, the Lovers talks about a balance, an innate divine masculine and feminine balance, which is why I feel like with the High Priestess and the Hierophant, it is the completion of soul contract. It could be a soulmate, right? Cold. My ears are plugged. Yeah, I just can't even think of another time where I've seen these two pop out with the Lovers, man. Okay, so Queen of Cups too. So we are definitely talking emotion, relationship. Let's see what clarifiers we get, I'm going to call now that if we get the Two of Cups, we're definitely talking about some relationship the universe wants to itemize for you guys, water. Okay? Eight of Pentacles, can we get clarification for the Eight of Pentacles? So the Four of Swords with the Hierophant, like, is sort of asking for a step back. Not as much as the Hermit, perhaps, but the Four of Swords to me often represents like a minor arcana hermit. So while it's not necessarily like taking some long, sabbatical into the self and away from things, it is taking a rest, right? It's taking a step back. So I feel like the Four of Swords is saying, in the time, whatever that was, it, Six of Cups, okay. In the time of rest, your spiritual self is definitely is showing itself to you. It's communicating. It's saying, "Hey, man, now that there's a little quiet, let's talk," right? And so you have contracts to fulfill, and you don't. Maybe you want to talk about that, but we're talking, okay? Because that's the only way out here. And investment. Now, Six of Cups with Eight of Coins is maybe thinking about this idea that the past, you've already done what you need to do. You're already at your spiritual, peak, or you've done the work, and sometimes the ego does that to us, but let's not talk about that negative. What I see this really as, the Six of Cups talks again about soulmates, okay? It talks about something from the past. And so within this spiritual and learning, you're going to recognize and be able to see and understand that soulmate connection a little bit better, okay? And then the seeking balance and that coming into a greater sense of balance, because the Nine of Swords, is clarifying the balance. So, the mental entrapment, the thinking, keeping yourself from this soul connection to self, to universe, to cosmos, to path, to mission, all of it, taking responsibility, as somewhat perhaps caused you or some mental feeling like you can't do it somehow, or you're not that person, you're not that great of a person, or maybe you have self-esteem problems, nightmare, you feel like you've been living in a nightmare. You got to balance out of that, okay? And the only way out that I see right here is through investment in the higher callings of the soul, your past, when you made this contract with the Hierophant in a past life, between lives, or in your soul self and your higher oversoul. So this rest is bringing it on for you guys, all right? So let's talk more about these lovers. Who, what, where, how, why? What about the lovers for this water collective? Six of Pentacles again. Okay, so the Six of Pentacles surround the lovers, both sides, literally. So it really much, if you look at it, both different decks. Okay, let's look at this card. They have a very similar vibration. Sometimes it's interesting to see the correlations. Okay, so to me, I see two towers. To me, I see two energy fields facing each other, almost similar to the Two of Cups. Okay, so they're reflections, a tower reflection, energy fields. These look like chakras to me, right? Swirling and engaged and facing and reflecting, right? So there's a balanced energy. It doesn't necessarily have to do with love, but there's a balance, right? And this love that is before you, this relation, this connection, this contract is meant to bring harmonious balance to you, right? You've got a Queen of Cups on the bottom here, so this is about really balancing and nurturing that heart center, that desire. What is it your heart and your emotional body really needs, okay? And releasing any fear from that, okay? Queens have no fear. Queens have love and confidence, and they act with that, okay? Especially this queen. This queen is wonderful. So let's see, Page of Wands. What are you about? What are you about, Page of Wands? Let's talk. A little long here, water. Eight of Swords. Okay. Did we get that? Nine of Swords. Okay, Eight of Swords. Again, the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Swords is like so mentally entrapped that you are living the nightmare. You're waking up at night, you can't sleep, you're completely bound by it. But the Eight of Swords is when that happens, but it's only in the mind, okay? And that you've done that to yourself. It's in the mind. So with this Lover's card next to the Page of Wands, next to the Eight of Swords, Six of Pentacles, it looks to me like we're talking about communicating now, finally, through after this recognition, the rest and recognition of the contract, the investment to say, I'm going to invest in the spiritual realities of my life. I'm going to say that they're real. I'm no longer going to deny this. I feel it. It's resonant. Deja vu, Six of Cups. I've been having some massive deja vu, like weird stuff lately that I just don't even know how to describe. But, you know, it's definitely saying, I know in my soul, my past life vibrations are calling me to rise to my mission, okay, to what I've come here for. So the Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands we've talked about. Nine of Swords. It's just like, you know, needing to balance from this binding energy and of the Nine of Swords, okay? Six of Pentacles, lovers, this relationship is meant to balance that for you in your life. It's meant to bring all kinds of balance and success from, you know, in the material world as well. And so messages of, you know, Page of Wands talks about the message that, yo, it's over with. Get it out of your head. Choose to get the frick out. You know, it's been a thing in your head, all right? This isn't even real. So the universe, I think the messages are coming in and, like, you know, you have the choices to do and get out of this. Because what follows that is the High Priestess with the Two of Swords. On the High Priestess, while being the Hierophant counterpart and a female that encompasses all the queens plus the cosmic mission and divine love with the universe and on the team. Two of Swords, just making that choice. Like, in the end, you're gonna make the choice. You know, she created a crossroads coming into the life of the Hierophant, joining now as you've come this full circle and decided to say, hey, I'm getting the hell out of this. I'm getting out of this in my mind, and I'm going to use my intuition to create and make a choice towards what is the best for me to come forth out of this, okay? I want one more clarifier for that Queen of Cups, please. Queen of Cups. Wow, man, this is a very powerful reading. I'm really, like, grateful that I am water right now because I'm digging it a lot. Justice, yeah, Justice to the Queen of Cups, right? So, bottom of the deck, Queen of Cups again. What? You know, we got so many repeaters and we didn't even pull that many cards. You know, it's just crazy town to me. Sometimes I love it. That's why I'm here. And so, bringing justice to the Queen of Cups, meeting, you know, the meeting of the Queens of Cups, like both heart to heart. This is like Two of Cups to me almost. Okay, so it's like, you know, whether you're masculine or feminine, whichever, you know, the meeting of the compassionate, loving, ready to invest, share of the cup and know that the well fills the cup, right? And bringing justice to that. That is what this relationship does. It says that the heart is a valuable place, has a valuable place in our reality, okay? What a beautiful reading. Bringing balance to the heart. Yeah, man. I'm so into it. Okay, one chakra. Dreams, yes, that intuition, pay attention. High Priestess to dreams. Again, like I was saying, that deja vu, man. Deja vu, so bringing it down. And wake up call. Yep, it is your time. Do it, guys. All right, see you soon. Twin flames or, you know, on the full moon. Bye.